Alright, I've already talked about this camera and how gosh darn weird it is, but there are a few more things I want to show you, so let's start with the display. This sunshade is fine, it does help you see the screen in bright conditions, but it's also removable. And now that we're a bit less encumbered, we can take a closer look. The whole display unit can actually be adjusted for a better viewing angle, and taking a look underneath reveals this strange felt padding and a little clasp mechanism. It looks durable enough, but I'm curious why there's only one sort of off to the side. But while we've got this thing on, let's do some comparing. Now, it's a bit of an unfair example to put this up next to a Game Boy, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because these two came out a decade apart, which I think just shows how ahead of its time this guy really was. At least in some respects. A big color screen is nice to have, but like me in my teens and 20s, this is held back by a lack of exposure control. The toggle zoom is also pretty limiting, and unless you're into this specific kind of look, the whooshing zoom thing is a bit jarring. And here's another bizarre feature. You can set the date and time so that it appears in your recordings, but the system will stop counting at 2023 and loop back to 1993, for which I am extremely jealous. If you want this to stay current, you'll have to set the date and time to the end of the year and let it roll over to the next year naturally. I'm not sure why they did this, but Sony might not have expected these to last very long. That's because every single camera from this Handycam line is designed to fail. That's just how capacitors were made back then, and there are hundreds in here. Unless they're all replaced by hand, they will all break, and eventually this won't even turn on anymore. Anyway, I'm sad now, so thanks a lot.